Hello once again everybody, coming from the bike shop. Gonna be changing out an aluminum 27.5 rim for a nice carbon fiber 27.5 rim. Going from a stock Giant 27.5 XC rim to a nice Nextie carbon rim. I've already got this kind of loose already. So I'm going to show you a couple things what I like to do to make it a lot faster and easier. The profile of the rim is almost exactly the same, so I don't have to cut the spokes. Normally if it's a different profile altogether from top to bottom, you're going to have to change the spokes out or at least cut them down if you have a spoke machine like I do. Or if, let's say, the profile were to be shorter here, you'd have to have longer spokes, so you need to do spokes anyways. So let me show you a couple things and we'll go from there. I've got the rim zip tied here together. Let's get you a little closer look on how I'm going to do this, because when I zip tie them together, I first zip tie the valve holes together, then I'll go around and make sure everything's all even, all the holes are lining up for each individual spoke, and then I'll just throw a couple more zip ties about a third of the way around. Alright, so let's show you guys here. There's the valve holes right there, and then I'll go around and then I'll put another zip tie about 1/3 of the way around there. And then another zip tie about 1/3 of the way around there. And if you notice, I've made sure all the holes are lined up. And what I'd also like to do is that on this Nextie rim, where the valve hole is, it actually says standard edition in a specific way here, so it's only in this way. Well, I like to have it where the front of the bike is going to be that way. So I'm zip tying it where the disc on the non-drive side is going to be that way. So when I relace this guy's rear wheel, I'll be doing the same thing. The label will be laced exactly the same way, where this will be facing towards the front of the bike. So the disc will be on the same side and the drive will be on the other side. So let's get all these spokes transferred over. First thing you're going to need, especially for a little deeper dish rim, I've got two different ones here, but spoke nipple drivers. Short and long. Now the short one on this might do good enough, but if you notice how short that is in comparison to the rim, this one's going to go way deep down the rim. So I'm going to go ahead and use the longer one. Another tool you're going to need to pull the nipples out is at least something to hold the nipples. This is a nipple installer holder. Some people use a piece of a spoke and just kind of throw the nipple on there and put it on in there. What I like about this particular part is that it's kind of got these little machine rings on it and it's tapered. So when you put the nipple on it, it just goes in there and it doesn't fall off whatsoever. It comes right off, literally. Boom. Like that. I can just barely drop this into the hole, and that is enough to hold that on there. That's amazing. I love this tool. What I'm going to do when I'm going to do this, I'm going to do one side first and the other side, because it gets all kind of catty-wonky if you don't do it that way. Always just do one side. It'll bring this rim and everything over that way evenly, because this rim is kind of over here on this side, and then this rim will be over on that side, and that'll be back in center once I'm finished. I think I am going to use the shorter nipple driver. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I don't know if you guys notice how I'm kind of bending this in a little bit. Mostly because I don't want to scratch this nice carbon rim. So I'm bending the hell out of this like this. Get the nipple all the way out that way. Shake it off, get the nipple out. Bend that so it doesn't touch the carbon at all. Put the nipple through, and then I put this into the nipple and let that guide it through the hole. Don't try to put it through the hole because then you can still scratch it. It's kind of my little tip. Bend it, put the nipple through, push the nipple back through it with the spoke there. All right, now I've got the rim all transferred over. Actually, every spoke transferred over to there. So let's true it and tension it and see what happens. Because the rim profile I don't think is different enough to make a difference. It looked like it may be, but we'll find out. So let's get to truing this thing. Now, since this is a deeper profile rim, basically I'm just bottoming out the nipples. And I'm going to go a little past the thread. Some people say, oh, you're not supposed to do that. It's not that far off. It should be fine. Now, if we're talking about a completely different rim profile, then it might be something to be scared of, but nah. I ain't worried about it. All right, getting back to this wheel here, I've already gone through and went around this side, took my spoke wrench, did 3 turns on this side, then 3 turns on this side, did 3 more turns on this side, and 3 more turns on this side, and started to get some tension in it. And then I started actually truing up. So even though the spokes are sticking out by, like, let's say, maybe 2 millimeters, that's okay, that's fine. If it was beyond that, I'd probably have to unlace it and then cut all the spokes and thread them to the right length, take them back on the spoke machine, cut them all out, come back in and relace the whole thing again. But I'm going to be able to save myself some time on this. I haven't even really tensioned it or anything else like that. I just kind of put it in there and kind of got some of the stuff out of it. And it's already pretty good. So, of course, when you start with a good rim, you're going to end up with a good rim. So let me do some finishing touches, and then let me show you the end result. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to put this rim strip on, put the tire and all that stuff back on. We're going to go from there. So, again, thanks for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed what you watched. I hope you guys learned a little something from me. Because if all else fails, hey, at least you learned something, right? Hopefully. Anyways, that's it for me. So, gonna go from there. Good to go. Nice. Cool.